Bonsoir à toutes et à tous, j'espère que vous allez bien, ici Gamer88, on se retrouve aujourd'hui pour la 6e partie sur le fameux jeu de Rockstar L.A Noire, pour continuer nos enquêtes au travers de ce jeu fantastiquissime, je sais pas si ça se dit, fantastiquissime. Un jeu qui commence à se noircir clairement. Des affaires étranges et similaires se déroulent.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
Non, je vais pas aller là.
A fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Yeah, Californians love a fad, Phelps.
Hey.
As long as the bricks hold up in San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to save.
Mais non, je veux toujours aller du côté de la prison, moi. Ah bah voilà.
Greetings from sunny California. When's it going to stop?
Il est temps qu'il grouille, mon pote. Hein. Faut qu'il arrête la raclette.
Whoa there!
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows maketh the man.
Michel.
Can't always
Je m'appelle pas Michel.
Sometimes you just gotta make first.
Comment tu vas, Raph? Ça va? Bienvenue à toi.
K, go ahead.
11K, Roger. Citizen reports of... You're crazy.
If I'm crazy, it's your fault. Running around behind my back. How am I supposed to trust you, goddammit?
Whoa, sir. I think you ought to calm down.
Mind your own goddamn business. Why is everybody always on my case?
Ok, ça c'est fait.
Officer Gunn! Watch it!
Don't hurt.
Mister, but don't... Give it up, old man!
Merde, non, je voulais lui sauter dessus, moi. Mais j'ai pas pu. Fallait juste le buter, en fait. Je crois que c'est une course-poursuite. Elle est déterminée, le jeu. Hein.
211 shots fired. 391 Broadway, Mallory's Cafe, 391 Broadway.
Allez, on va la voir cette fois. Coucou Sandy, ça va et toi? Ça va depuis tout à l'heure? T'as bien mangé? Merci. Ça va le faire. Oh, je sais pas si c'est la même affaire. Non, c'est pas la même affaire. Tant pis, un peu d'action, ça fait pas de mal.
Drop the weapon, hands behind your head.
Yeah? Fuck you too!
God damn it. Put your hands in the...
Merde.
Give it up, LAPD.
Hiding in the alley.
Don't make me chase you.
You shimmied up a drain pipe.
Pourquoi il veut pas braquer? Ah, il court encore. Putain, je sais pas où il est passé. Quelle galère, quelle galère. Ah, c'est toujours les mêmes bêtises. Et du coup, je peux encore pas la retenter, celle-là. Ou alors, c'est des affaires aléatoires. C'est ça, en fait. Chaque fois que tu retentes, t'as un nouveau truc à faire. Ah non, il m'appelle plus. Attends, je peux pas voir la map. En grand. Ah oui, je peux changer de costume, j'avais vu ça sur le... Je vais regarder lesquels je peux avoir. Ah, pas mal comme ça. Je vais mettre au flic. Je peux pas faire. Bah pas grand chose depuis tout à l'heure. Je dévore ce jeu. Ah voilà, on me renvoie l'appel. Mais non mais je voulais répondre. Je peux pas répondre. J'ai fait croire mais ça va pas marcher.
You know, putting the siren on might remove the element of surprise from your hit and runs.
Non, bah je sais pas. Bah alors, il m'a dit des trucs sur la map et puis après ça disparaît. Ça va pas ça.
Gently.
Ah, je fais des bêtises à cause d'eux. Bon, on va aller à la mission. Hein. C'est comme les Anglais, je roule à gauche. Ça va pas ce soir, hein. Je casse tout. Garfou. Aïe aïe aïe. Oh, on gagne rien quand on fait ça. Elle est toute pourrie ma bagnole. Elle est cassée maintenant. Ça va, je roule pas trop mal. Et puis tu, je roule super bien et puis là je fais de la merde. Bon ça va, j'ai plus personne encore.
Watch where you're driving, you maniac! That guy there will lead us up.
I'm steeling myself for what I'm about to see.
That'll just be another dead body, partner. Get used to seeing them. They're the gig when you're working a homicide, fellas.
Bon alors comment on monte? Il y aura chemin. Je suis pas allé du beau côté encore. C'est correct que je suis pas allé du beau côté. Salut Vince. Comment ça va? Bienvenue à toi. Après ils vont me ramener ma voiture normalement donc ça va. Alors qu'est-ce qu'on va avoir encore?
Detectives?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
Ok, il y a plus aucune preuve quoi.
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death.
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma.
Bon, elle est pas au poil cette fois, ça va.
Strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned
Il a
with the
pensé
dignity.
comme moi le mec.
Green silk dress is very
Ça fait 4 affaires qu'elle soit à poil.
Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Que dalle. Il y a que le corps.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
Donc elle est allée voir un tailleur. Non, voilà. Non, rien de spécial.
You catch all the good ones, Phelps.
Non, il n'y a rien, il n'y a pas de poche. Bon bah, il n'y a pas grand chose hein. Ils en prennent des pas.
No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Les traces de
Our
pneus.
driver and
Ça
our
peut
killer
être pas
are
mal.
most likely one and the same.
Faut encore trouver des pneus qui se ressemblent, quoi. Non, mais je crois que j'ai tout vu, non?
Not now, Phelps.
Ok, on voit maintenant. Il y a un truc que j'ai pas dû voir, non? Non, j'ai tout vu. Non, je peux pas y aller tout de suite. Il y a un truc que j'ai pas dû voir. Là, tranquille, toi. J'ai tout vu. Les billets.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
De toute façon, j'ai tout vu, donc... J'ai demandé à mon collègue, on va où?
Any ideas?
We still got the laundry label to check off.
Ah. Pas encore qu'on vérifie l'étiquette du pricing, mais... Le mec il fait rien. Ah, j'ai dû rater un truc, c'est pas possible. Les traces de pas, ouais j'ai vu. Non mais j'ai tout fait. Ah, attends, j'ai
What next?
We still got the
il y a le
laundry label
téléphone.
to check off.
Il est où le téléphone? Elle est là.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
La meuf elle habite en face mais elle a été amenée en voiture. Bon il pleut en même temps mais...
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks, ma'am.
Bon voilà, on a 2 adresses.
Can you keep things under control until Pinker and Carruthers finish up?
Sure, Detective. We'll stay out of their way.
Elle est où ma caisse? Voilà. Puis l'autre il m'attend dans la voiture, tranquille, pendant que moi je suis sous la pluie. Bon l'heure.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
C'est que ça glisse.
Always bother. Don't leave me alone. I fought. Where's my wife? I'm the one. Nobody cares about me. I took a
We're looking for a tall man with a disfigured face. You know him?
Huh? What? I fought in 2 wars, you know, son. I think I earned some peace and quiet.
The bum isn't here.
Look at these people.
We should follow the
Leave me
lead.
alone.
These guys
Yeah,
can
yeah,
wait.
yeah.
At least the rain stopped. You can change back into those white bucks now.
Alors, allons à l'autre adresse.
No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written onto them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, all right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Oh. Bon, je reviens. Heureux, désolé, un petit imprévu.
If we survive this, it's gonna be a miracle.
C'était sur l'autre côté de la route. Oh. Allez, mais du coup, ah, c'est pas la bonne manette.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
F1363. Ah, voilà.
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake. Help me out.
We have a lead. Let's find out what the husband has to say for himself.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show up.
Alors, voyons ce qu'il a à dire. Est-ce qu'il a quelque chose à cacher?
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
it's
that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide. You want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out as a suspect.
Don't think this is anything.
Oliver Twist.
Seems irrelevant.
If you'd excuse me, ladies. So she went out without her handbag?
Elle est sortie sans son sac à main.
At least she was spared that particular indignity. She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
Des chaussures pleines de terre.
I could see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene.
Non, je vais pas. Je vais pas sortir après.
Lars was out in the rain last night.
Non. C'est quand même bizarre, hein. Il y a plein de trucs louches quand même.
I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies. Need to check if she was a regular.
Après, peut-être qu'il est sorti hier soir aussi, hein.
For the record, Mr. Tarleton,
Ça veut
what is your
rien
wife's
dire.
name?
Teresa.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
For the record, Tarleton, did you kill your wife?
Oh my God. No. I didn't kill my wife. Fuck you for suggesting it.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right. Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
And?
I was playing pinochle with some of the guys. Teresa had a few belts too many. She said she wanted to go out dancing.
Mr. Tarleton, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Spill it, Tarleton. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
Ok, on a déjà
When
quelque
was
chose.
the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
In sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, Lars.
And you're the perfect husband, I suppose.
If Bobby Ross doesn't confirm your story, we are going to come back here and pick you up. This doesn't look good, Lars. Appreciate your time, sir.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
Maybe. Either way, we need to check the alibi. This Bobby Ross character.
Merde. Merde, c'est pas là. Ça va plus loin.
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
She wants a 5-star goddamn life.
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable. Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Any idea where she was
On
headed?
est pas mal, on est pas mal.
I didn't get that.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
And she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Fluff. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD. Don't make me chase you, shitbird.
Ok. Déjà, si tu commences à courir, ça va pas, hein, mec. Hein. Si t'as rien à te reprocher.
Go, Phelps, get after him. Come on, we got a ride. Get in and drive.
Throw away the key.
Ouais, merde.
No time to wait, Rusty.
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your...
Aïe. Pas évident.
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands. I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. Keep it steady, and I'll try to bust his tires. You gotta get me closer. Let's end this farce.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Put your hands in the air. Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your Salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
I don't like it when you lie to me, Richard. You have the stink of the yardbird about you. What were you in for?
I have no idea what you're talking about. You got anything that says I done time? You boys should run along. You got a killer to catch. Remember?
You're coming in with us, Bates.
But I'm not your guy. What exactly am I being run in for?
You have a record, you ran from us, and there's the fact that I don't like you. That's 3 strikes in my book.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Alors.
Car 11 King to KGPL.
KGPL, go ahead, 11 King.
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Relay all sightings to 11K.
Car 11K, we have a response on your APB regarding yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station, now heading west on 7th Street.
Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, Phelps. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're right.
You see our taxi anywhere?
Drive.
All units, officer needs help. 211 and shots fired. 391 Broadway, Mallory's Cafe. 391 Broadway. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
Where's that cab got to now?
11K, yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitmer. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitmer, 11K.
LAPD, we're investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Barron's bar last night. What was the woman wearing?
It was a green dress. Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor, and he was all over her. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It's at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day.
Hey, isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thank you.
Merde. Pourquoi je vais du côté là?
Officer needs help, 103 MD.
Nice.
Jesus, Phelps!
Pardon.
I get the point.
He's in interview 2.
Got a stakeout down on second.
What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
And you started talking.
She looked good in her green dress. Up close, she was a little older than I thought, but like I said, I only had a 24-hour pass.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
So you were defending Mrs. Terrellson's honor?
Yeah, something like that.
If your story doesn't check out, Jessup, we're hanging you out to dry. Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
Ok. On va revoir les clodos alors.
Three suspects in the can and 1 on the hoof. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
All units are frequency 2, stand by.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
Need you to stay copacetic.
Ouais, une baston.
Keep it down, Phelps.
You want your rightful
Your
share.
disciples know what you
we
did
need to fight for it.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it and see what you find.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica. Hello, Jack.
Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors. But they've been moving it on to addicts. And they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest?
My problem is that people are dying. And that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin. Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
And got promoted?
The early bird gets the worm.
Hey! Got you!
Advice?
Why aren't we back at the house giving the husband hell? He's got to be high on your list, Phelps. He's high on mine.
Oh, il vient, lui.
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same shtick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession, and we can charge the bum with murder.
Any central unit, car 16L reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope. The Methodist Church unit to handle code 2 identified.
Allez, une affaire secondaire. On y va. Elle a disparu. Ça je comprends pas.
Hey! No siren, Phelps? This some form of stealth
Je vais
attack?
arrêter de me rentrer dedans.
Please, can I have some time to explain to my daughters?
I'm at a loss.
Search the place. We need something on this guy. Something that'll stick.
No good to me. I wonder why the picture was turned down.
I can't believe Teresa's dead.
Not much help.
Oh, j'ai tout eu, non?
Please, can I have some time to explain to my daughters?
What now?
Search the place. We need something on this guy. Something that'll stick.
Je sais pas quoi faire. Je vais utiliser l'intuition parce que je trouve pas là.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
Let's finish this. Back to the station.
On est bien tout près du bateau, mais tout à l'heure j'ai pas réussi à le voir. Allez.
Calm down.
À chaque fois que je vais passer à côté d'une voiture, elle se décale et voilà.
Watch it, will you? Easy.
Thanks for your trouble.
Oh merde. Je m'attendais pas à celle-là. Elle roule plus ma voiture. Je me demande pourquoi. On va prendre celle-là. Hein.
Out of the car. Police. I find one goddamn ding.
Oh, il vient mon pote ou pas?
We're going this way.
Guy gave his wife a tap. Say all's fair in love and war.
Attends, je vais demander à mon collègue parce que...
I'm stumped. Ideas?
Come on. If Ackerman won't play ball, I'll rattle his teeth until he does.
Il est pas là.
Guy gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
What do you think?
Come on. If Ackerman won't play ball, I'll rattle his teeth until he does.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
You've made 2 previous attacks on women?
I hate them. The way they look at me, the way they flinch at my touch. I need them, yet I despise them.
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Ça serait lui alors.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrellson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
La voilà.
course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Bon les amis, moi je vais vous laisser parce que je commence à fatiguer en fait. Je sais que d'habitude je joue plus longtemps, mais là j'ai envie de continuer, mais si c'est pour m'endormir devant la roquette, c'est pas la peine. Sur ce les amis, moi je vous dis à la prochaine, portez-vous bien, jouez bien, et vive les jeux vidéo, salut à tous.